Hello ladies and gentlemen, if you're like me, you probably enjoy modding games by adding your favorite IPs into them, completely transforming the experience and adding a new level of fun. Today I want to show you a mod for Baldur's Gate 3 that I've been enjoying called the Way of the Living Force by Mandalore 1077 on the Nexus. And where there's Jedi, of course, there's Sith. While the Dark Urge is a great way to get your evil on in Baldur's Gate 3, for a non-Dark Urge character, being evil for the sake of being evil lacks motivation to me. Well, now you can become a Sith Lord. This mod, and the others that complement it, allow you to become a Jedi-class character in the game, along with lightsabers and force powers. It builds on a heavily altered monk-based class, so you're relying on Kai points to use your force powers and keep the characters balanced. There's force push, force pull, lightning attacks, and it's really fun. Using the force to push an enemy off a ledge from the other side of the battle is pretty awesome, not gonna lie. Once you've reached level 3, you can even respec your party to become your apprentices and unleash the full power of the force on Faerun. Add in the Basket of Equipment mod, also on the Nexus, and things get really visually interesting. If you prefer to walk the light side, there's a Jedi Robe mod that's recommended with the main mod. I'm doing my own playthrough right now with Astarion, Shadowheart, and Lizelle as my Dark Jedi followers, and it just works. I'd even say the story makes more sense than the Acolyte. At least it's more entertaining to watch. Perhaps surprisingly, the Tadpole Illithid powers overlap nicely with the gameplay expectations of playing a Jedi or Sith. And the mod's author's gone to a great job of giving you different choices in some classes to make the gameplay feel different for each character you respec into a Jedi or Sith. It's also compatible with level unlocker mods that can help you level up to 20. There are some really powerful abilities hidden in the Jedi Sith advancement tree that you can only unlock if you reach those levels. To differentiate between light and dark characters, there's unlocks at every 3 levels that let you choose a light or dark path with the helpful bonuses for that playstyle. For example, at level 3, there's a choice between peace, gaining expertise in persuasion, or passion, gaining expertise in intimidation. By level 12, you'll be choosing between preserve life and mass crush. It's really powerful and really cool. The mod itself uses a KOTOR system with 3 Jedi subclasses, the Guardian, Sentinel, and Consular. Guardian focuses on melee combat more so than force powers, and are deadly with a lightsaber. They receive bonuses to their armor class while using a single longsword designated lightsaber in the main hand. They also have access to 8 different saber forms that give bonuses depending on the situation. They can be toggled off and on once you've learned them. For example, the Shicho gives you a bonus to armor class when surrounded and a penalty to armor class when 1v1 dueling. It also grants the character a cleave ability to deal with situations where you're taking on multiple opponents, which is really powerful and helpful. If you make it to level 17 as a Guardian, you can become a Jedi Weapon Master or a Sith Marauder, and they have really powerful bonuses. I'll let you discover them yourself. The Sentinel is a balanced class that is like a force-powered rogue in a way. They have more key points than the Guardian, but less than a Consular. The class gets a bonus to sneak attack damage, and at higher levels can become invisible in combat. Additionally, they can learn 4 of the 8 lightsaber forms. If you make it to level 17, you can become a Jedi Watchman or a Sith Assassin with bonuses to complement the playstyle. The Consular is the ultimate Force user. They gain the most key points and 2 additional force powers every odd level. At level 5, rather than getting a second attack, they get a Portent dice, which could be a video in itself, but needless to say, it's incredibly powerful. At level 9, you'll add your Wisdom modifier to your force damage for massive hits. Rather than using saber forms, the Consular uses force forms. There's 3 to choose from. There's Force Channel, the next one is Force Potency, and the last one is Force Mastery, which increases the force power cost of your spells. It gives you a larger increase to spell difficulty class with the corresponding large penalty to mental saving throws. So there's a trade-off there. At level 17, there's a choice between Jedi Master and Sith Lord. In addition, the mod author added some optional submods such as choosing a feat every level, every other level, or leaving the feats to the base game allocations. And speaking of feats, there's an optional file that adds 7 specific feats, which are pretty incredible. I have a list of them on the screen now as there's a lot to cover, so go ahead and pause this and take a look at it if you want to check it. One thing I will say is that all of my Jedi characters so far have taken Keepers of the Peace because I find it to be very useful, especially getting half of your Wisdom modifier to your AC. I've also played the Rise of the Lord Vader feat, and I don't recommend it at the low levels because your constitution is actually going to be negative, and it is very difficult to play with only a handful of hit points. It's very cool though, it's an interesting concept. So check those out if you're interested in them. And there you have it. Breathe life back into Baldur's Gate with this epic mod set. Let me know which class is your favorite in the comments down below. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the verse.